Hi everyone, I'm Christina and I'm back with this week's Light Codes messages. So, this week I wanted to give you a little bit of background on what came forward last week. So, last week's transmission, the Light Codes transmission, the theme became about the return to love and joy. And the energy that was activated in that particular transmission was very much stirring the Kundalini in at the base of the spine chakra. And so it cleared the base chakra, was clearing blockages in the base chakra. And when you clear blockages in the base chakra, you open the door to many things. You release fears, you are able to open to abundance, um, you are, ready to begin the climb. And here we are in January, where we've been planting the seeds for what is to come for the rest of the year. So it's very much about that. And so the masculine and feminine had come together and were planting their seeds, so to speak, with a little bit of hanky-panky going on in the base chakra, with the energy starting to crank up. So what happened, and it happened to me, and it happened to some other individuals that had done the light codes that I'd spoke with, that I had created a separation between myself and my twin flame for a little while now. I was like sworn off him for the rest of this lifetime. No way, don't want to do it. Nuh-uh. Anyhow, the universe always has their idea and created situations that put us back on our path again, in front of each other again, and we reunited and in a more of a space of love and joy. And I had this energy, like while the transmission was coming through, I could feel the Kundalini energy. I could feel, the joy and the expansion, and I was dancing around after. It was really very joyous. And so what I wanted to bring up was that those that are using it, some had maybe not reunited with their twin flames, because a lot of people don't have their twin flame in their life, so to speak, more running and chasing, but they may have them more in their mind. They started to come back in the mind. They're having dreams, having intuitive messages coming through, or in some way there's some reconnection, or their twins are starting to reconnect again in order to come together. So this seemed to be happening with last week's transmission. So because these transmissions, they seem to lead on from one to the next, I wasn't sure. Well, I kind of had a little bit of an idea, I guess, but it's always such a beautiful surprise to see what comes through. So this week's transmission was more about creation. So, what happens when a man and woman come together, in the space of love or marriage, sacred marriage, because that's what the rising of the Kundalini is, coming into the brow. And here we have the sacred marriage taking place once the Kundalini is fully risen and able to activate the higher frequencies, because just stirring in the base chakra, that sexual energy is not, that is the beginning phases of Kundalini. True Kundalini is in the brow chakra and is very expansive, and a lot of energy involved in that. So once the serpents have risen and come together and reuniting in the brow and activating that energy throughout the body, there's such a great deal of expansion, and it brings through abundance. So going back to, that also brings in, when the divine feminine, divine masculine energy, doesn't have to be twin flame, but when you have united and developed and united your masculine feminine chakra system, there is an ability to create, and the creation brings abundance, opens the doors to flow. So there's a wealth of energy, a wealth of money, hopefully all of those wonderful good things that you're able to bring forth. So this week it was all about the creation. So the masculine and feminine energies now have reunited again, come back together. And so what happens when the divine masculine, divine feminine come together? They want to create, they want to produce. So and we are moving into February, and February will be all about, we've planted the seeds, it's all about the germination. So now we have the masculine and feminine come together to bring forth, or to conceive the new abundant world and life that is coming forward. And so this was all filled with creation codes. I didn't have so much as so many visions in yesterday's transmission. And in fact, I've scribbled my notes down, but can't read some of them. So I don't know what one of them says. So I can't really give you that. But there was a lot of creation codes. There was very much about being so, what are the creation codes? The creation codes are when the divine masculine and divine feminine energies, sacred sounds, because for me, everything comes through in sound. So, they came through in sound. Divine masculine and divine feminine sounds come together, they unite, and when they unite, they create a third energy. So, when the three energies, they can be separate, divine masculine, divine feminine, and the third energy. But when the three energies come through together, at the same time. So it's all one sound, but three sounds all combined. When that happens, they are the creation codes. And that is creation taking place. And that was very much in the light codes transmission yesterday, was this, the creation codes coming through in the alpha, which is alpha is the divine masculine, and it's our direction and our purpose and our mission. So it's saying creation, where are we going now? We are going into creating. We are creating our new lives. We are everything. You are being given all the support, all the keys, all the codes that you need. You only need to activate them, and bring these creations forward. Because when masculine and feminine come together, they create. That's what they're meant to do. They're meant to create. They can't do it without each other. They need each other to go fully into that form of creation. And this is on a soul level, because I recognize and understand some of the languages that come through me. This is saying this is soul creation. Soul creation is coming forward now. Activate that soul creation, and you can get the links below to get the sacred sound transmission that helps you to activate these codes to bring it forward. And we were being reminded that this is all about thy will. This is not my will that makes this happen. Yes, you have to be willing on a conscious level, but this is thy will. And if you are not willing on a conscious level, then, and if the divine seriously says your time is now, but you are still blocking yourself, then they will find a way to do it, and that will be not so comfortable. So that's why these sessions and other healing sessions and things help you to clear your blockages, so that you are willing and you are ready and you can flow into it with ease, without all of the chaotic stuff. So a lot of thy will energy coming through. Thy will, God's will, not my will. Thy will, the greater will. And then I also saw, this is the only vision that I had, I think, and that was a vision of a feminine energy. And she was leaning over into the engine. So the bonnet was up on a car, and she was leaning over as if she was doing fixing what was under the bonnet. So if you think about, this is our vehicle, our physical body is our vehicle. And when we are carrying a baby, because in symbolism, the baby, when I see a baby in visions, more often than not, that baby represents a mission, a purpose. That's your baby. So here she is under the bonnet of the car, fixing things up in there, in the sacral area, under the bonnet, in the belly. She's fixing things, making sure everything will be okay, so that car, that vehicle, can move forward, so that you can bring forth the vision of the mission, bring the mission forward, which is the baby. And there was a lot of unlocking codes coming through at that point. So unlocking whatever it was that's blocking you from bringing your creation forward. And hey, it could be a baby. Who knows? It could be a baby. For some people that are of childbearing age, it could be a baby. Who knows? So there's this creation coming forward, and unlocking, clearing the blocks to creation and whatever it is that you are wanting to create. The sacral chakra is the creation chakra. It's where we create where the woman creates life, where we all create our life, our lives, how we create our life and how we want it to be. So there was a lot of unlocking and clearing the blockages in the sacral chakra. And then as we move onward, sorry, that was in the lower mental. So getting rid of those blocking thoughts, those negative thoughts that block us from allowing that creation to come through. And once that unlocking was taken away, there were a lot of codes and keys coming forward in the higher mental, which means that now you can receive the divine inspiration and the codes and the keys from the universe to be able to help you make all of this manifest. And then uh, in the spiritual body, which is the all, it's this is your story. This is what's going to happen. This is for you. Was the creation codes, the creation codes coming through. Very powerful time of creation. And I just wanted to mention what happens if somebody uses these light codes transmissions and they're not ready. So they're not ready yet and they can't actually move forward. They haven't, reached a level of consciousness where they can bring the greatest of this through. Well, what actually happens is the codes and the keys they will sit in your energy field until you are ready. And so then they can filter through when you are ready. So that's what came through this week, and it's a time of creation. So give yourself space. Get rid of distraction. Totally get rid of distraction. Walk forward. This is time to honor yourself and to put yourself first and say this, look at what it is that you want to create for your life. Write it down. What is your vision? What is your vision for your life and where you want to go? How are you going to get there? So one of the things that's going to help you get there is working with these light codes, of course, and give myself a plug, of course, working with the light codes. But while I'm on that, I'd like to invite you to go to my website. February Light Codes Transmissions is unlocked and is out there ready for you to sign up and join our group. And it's just 60 Australian dollars, which is not very much it'll be 20 something American, I guess, in euros, something like that. Or 30, somewhere between 20 and $30 and 20 or 30 euros, something like that, a month. And that is for 4 transmissions plus the teachings and plus the group where there is ongoing tips and help and support along the way in the messenger group. And of course, it's all sent to you. Your transmission is all available to you through the group every week so that you can save it to your laptop or your phone and you have it all the time. These codes are then available for you when you are ready. If you don't feel ready now, you might be ready next week or in a few days or whatever, or you just can't get in because you're too busy. So they're there for you to do that. It's an absolutely amazing opportunity. My prices are cheap, not because I'm no good, because I am very good. I'm going to say that. What you get with me is top notch. My prices are low because I want to reach as many people as I can. And so I keep it low so it's available for everyone. So it is not the scenario of, oh, she doesn't value herself. It's not, got nothing to do with that at all. It's got to do with this is for the world. I need some kind of something to come back to me because I live in this physical world like everybody else. But I want as many people as possible to be able to awaken. Because on my journey, when I began my spiritual journey some 30 or so years ago, I was a single mum and I didn't have money to be going to workshops and paying for coaching and all these kinds of things. So I have always tried to make sure that what I have, which is a lot of very good gifts that come from the divine spirit, and I understand it, I know it, I've worked it so very long that I live and breathe this and have done for a very, very, very long time, that I want other people to have access to it too. Everybody to have access to it, no matter what rung of the ladder you are on when it comes to your finances. So if you're earning $1 million, you can still have it for next to nothing. But hey, I'm also willing and open to receiving donation if you think I'm worth more. So, um, there, don't be fooled that because I work cheaply that it is not valuable, because it is more than valuable. And it is in fact invaluable what you will get. So I'm hoping that you will come in and find out for yourself, feel the energy, let the energy do the work on you. Get yourself really happening, and into who you really are, opening to your full potential. And that's it from me. And I will see you next week in the month of February. And I really look forward to seeing you coming into my group. Go to my website, sign up, and come and join the amazing awakening shifts and opportunities that come through. See you then. Over and out from me. Bye.